YouTube, what's going on? This preacher. So how much should a local driver get paid for driving? So if you're a Class A CDL driver, how much should a local driver get paid for a Monday through Friday gig where you home every night for your 10-hour break? How much should a local truck driver get? I'm not saying how much you want. What you want does not matter. You can ask for $2,000 a week, but you know that that's not reality, right? So in reality, how much should a local truck driver get? Now, you can put in the comments the area where you at. You don't got to put the city where you stay at. You just can put the area where you at, right? If you want to put the city, that's fine. I always talk about doing a market analysis, right? So this could be practice for you. Do a market analysis. Ask some questions. Do some Google. Ask some questions on Instagram, Facebook. And see what is the market paying in your area for a local driver Monday through Friday, home every night. Right? Because drivers always think that they're not making enough money, right? I'm not making enough money. I'm not making enough money. That's no money. Oh, that ain't no money. You hear that all the time. They ain't making enough money. Oh, you making this? Oh, they ain't no money. I make everybody want to do the ding-a-ling measuring contest, right? Everybody always ready to do that, right? They don't show no receipts, but they telling you this stuff. I show my receipts. I done seen. I done showed my paychecks before, constantly, doing year to date, to where that you can calculate yourself how much I make monthly, or if you want to do the weeks, because it shows the date on it, how many weeks up to this point, divided by how much I did made so far, it gives you my weekly gross. I have done all that. Okay? I don't got nothing to hide. You know, like I said, this is not a trucking channel. This is a vlog of my life, what I go through, and I just so happen to be a trucker, and I'm vlogging about my life inside of trucking. This is not a trucking channel. I ain't trying to help nobody. I ain't trying to mentor nobody. I ain't trying to do no consulting. I ain't trying to do none of that. Now, but if you learn from the stuff that I am doing and going through the things that are happening for me, kudos to you. Take the advice and run with it. They already said, they always say, a smart man learns from their mistakes, but a wise person learns from other people's mistakes. Keep that in mind now. Okay, I say it again. A smart person will learn from their mistakes, but a wise person will learn from others' mistakes. Okay? So when I talk about doing a market analysis, before everybody be like, well, local driver should be making this, says who? Doing what? You're not doing anything extra. Just a drive in, driving the truck, closing the doors, bumping the door, strapping up the load. That's it. How much should that person make? Don't say what a local tanker dude is doing that's pumping gas, got the pump gas, all that responsibilities for gas spillage, hoses. Don't say that, because they should make a lot more than a regular person doing regular driving and freight. Don't say somebody who's on step deck that's doing equipment, doing all this other particular stuff, or even flatbed that got to strap up everything, tarp stuff. That's extra stuff. They get extra money for the extra work that they are doing. You got to remember all that stuff. Don't say local drivers, you know, like Coca-Cola, that they got to deliver the freight, stock up the freight, rotate the freight. They got to do all that kind of stuff with the freight. I'm just talking about you showing up to the place, handing them their BOL, they telling you to open your doors, back up the end, that's what you do. They come back out with the paperwork, you done. I'm talking about the bare minimum. Because if you want to make a certain amount of money, I said if you want to make anywhere over $1,000 doing local stuff, you got to specialize in something, or you're doing something extra for that money. That's the only way you're going to do it. Because what makes you different than the next man that the only thing they want to do is just bump the dog? You want to make $1,100, but this other person, they fine with making $750 a week. Why? Because they didn't got their CDLs. They didn't have their CDLs for like 7, 8 months, maybe a year. Maybe they didn't have it for 2 years. They tired of being out there on the road. Now you need to tell me that I could go from $850 doing OTR, being away from my family a week, to doing the same amount of money, $850, to be home every single night and off on Saturdays and Sundays. Sign me up. You have people like that all the time. You really do have people like that. Ask me how I know. I had a driver inside my day cab before. I done been through this. I already been through this. I had people lining up, dudes that wanted a lot more money. I was paying, at that time, I was paying $1,000, right? $1,000 a week I was paying. And I had dudes that wanted $1,100, dudes that wanted $1,200. Yeah, I could take the job, you know, if you just can come up to $1,100. I told the dude, man, I got 12 other people that's I'm interviewing after you. That's perfectly fine with $1,000. So why should I give you $100 more than the other 12 people that want the $1,000? Well, I said, I don't know. I said, they could have got the same experience you got. I don't know yet. Like I said, I got 12 other people I got to interview and talk with them about it. You know, you trying to negotiate for more money, but I got 12 other people today that I have to talk to about the same job for $1,000. I had dudes play, I could do it for 12. Why are you trying to negotiate? I had to tell people, I said, listen, I'm telling you what I'm able to pay you. If I'm telling you I pay you $1,000 a week, you're getting $1,000 a week. You don't have to worry about that. Every Friday, that $1,000 will be inside your bank account. Guaranteed. You don't got to worry about my boss ain't paid me yet. You don't got to worry about this, nothing. No. Every week, your $1,000 is going to be there. That's it. To me, that's simple. That's $200 a day. 5 days a week. You miss a day, well, you automatically know. If you miss a day, you can't work this day, well, that'll be I'm only getting $800 this week. You automatically know. Work for because it's $200 a day. Yeah, you can take how many days off you want to take off. That's you. If you want to take these days off, you can take these days off. But just know, everything is prorated because you only make $200 a day. That's you. You know, so that's why some of the contracts I get, I always inquire about the Saturday loads. Do y'all have any Saturday loads that is available that we can do that? You know, how much would that be if we do all this particular stuff? You know, that's why I try to do all this. Sometimes some people need money. You know, hey man, I need a couple extra money. But if you want to work Saturday, that's another $200, right? So if you work Saturday, as soon as you done the load, then you done. I send $200 straight to your account. No problem. To me, that's no problem. I give you $200. You finish for the day, bam. Unloaded, they got everything. Turn in paperwork, send you $200 right there today. So now you have $200 in your pocket, and you just work half of the day on Saturday, something like that. So just tell me, how much should a local driver doing drive-in, how much should they make? Now you can't say that they should make this all over the 48 United States. Every market is different. Okay, and that's a lot of things that people don't understand as well. That's why I say, did you do a market analysis? Or are you going off of what somebody said that they're making in their particular market that is booming, that get paid a lot more? Because you could be in Mississippi, and I can tell you right now, you working a local job in Mississippi, you ain't even getting $850 a week driving no truck, not doing local. Unless you're doing some type of special work. You in Alabama, you ain't getting no $850,000, $900,000 a week. That's what I mean by dual market analysis. So you can't think what's in your market should be in all the 48 states in every single city. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. Everything goes off the cost of living. That's where you can be at one particular, the same company that you're working in one state, and another state you can be getting a lot more. Burger King out in California paying more than the Burger King out there in Georgia. I guarantee you. Okay, so you got to understand the market. And that's the other thing. A lot of truckers don't understand the market. You putting your own money on what you should be making. And you're not looking at the company, where the company is at, what type of freight that they haul, or the commodity, how much are they working. You're not thinking about all that. You're just thinking that I need this amount of money. Well, hey, this trucker said that he making this. Did you see it? Did you see he actually making? Did you see that? Did you see it? Is it on paper? And then when some people show you the stuff that's on paper, this is the other thing. Because I done seen this too, right? Somebody will show their statement. I made this. You see where it says net? I netted $2,300 this week. And I'm looking at their statement. I don't see any fuel that came out there. Yeah, because you know why? That fuel statement is a totally different statement. It's not on the other statement. When you use fuel cards, you're getting a fuel statement from that company for that fuel card. It's not going to show up inside your regular pay settlement from another company, right? Because you're not using their fuel card. You're using your own fuel card that you're using. And sometimes it's still on a different account. Even if you are using their fuel card, it still could be on a different account, right? And your responsibility is to make that payment. But you're seeing they made $2,300 or $2,600, but you look at their statement, ain't no fuel coming out of their statement. Where the fuel at? Where's the cost of fuel? You mean to tell me you drove all week, you did all this driving, and you ain't pay for no fuel? They're not paying for the fuel. So that's what I mean. Sometimes you get these statements and you just looking at this and you look at this, but they don't have everything that been taken out of that statement for that particular amount. I just saw that plenty. I laugh about it. I do. I laugh. I say, boy, he fooling a whole bunch of people, boy. That's what I do. I laugh. I was like, boy, he fooling a whole bunch. The two people that I saw was two females. They act like they was doing so good and all this other kind of stuff. I said, okay, y'all don't got no fuel taken out on this statement. I don't see no fuel on there. You leasing the truck, I don't see no truck payment taken out on here. Because some of these companies give you 2 free weeks, right? And now they running you the 2 weeks. And now you got all this money coming out, but you don't see the truck lease payments that they came out of there. But now they showing you this and stuff. Yeah, but okay. That's not all your deductions. See what I'm saying? So y'all gotta be careful out here, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all really gotta be careful. So y'all let me know in the comments, okay? Let me know in the comments. How much should a local driver working Monday through Friday, home every night for their 10-hour break, how much should they make a week doing that local job? Just regular, not doing any deliveries, just bumping the dart, getting unloaded, doing some dropping hooks. How much should they get? Y'all let me know.